What is up, everybody? Welcome to another fresh take. Vicky, how are you?
I am good. Happy to be here.
Episode 3 of Book of Boba Fett, and it is entitled "The Streets of Mos Espa." I just realized it's entitled "The Streets of Mos Espa." Huh, funny. Um, okay, can we talk about the gang of youths from this episode?
I like them. I found them cool. And they had sick bikes that were awesome colors that weren't boring dust covered gray. It was finally bright reds and blues and emerald greens. I was like, I want one of those. Where have
They were
they been
mopeds. They were mopeds.
Where have they been this whole time? Because the other things were crap that we always saw people driving.
I mean, there is the Son of Anarchy biker gang that's clearly influenced from Sons of Anarchy, and this is just I'm like, are they on mopeds?
But they're cool.
Okay. There's some stuff in this episode that it kind of threw me off a little bit. Once again, the flashbacks are the best part of the series so far.
They are. It's almost like, you know what? Matter of fact, just cut out.
They cut out the present stuff.
Cut out the present stuff because it's the past. The flashbacks is the stuff that's making the show. Like, yeah. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, I just make it through the current for him to get in his little pod for me to see the past. Like, okay, when's he get into the pod? Is he in the pod yet? Finally in the pod. Okay, let's go.
Why does it feel like there's a whole different writing team doing the flashback?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it feels like it's completely two different shows. It's two different. Like, I almost wanted to say it would have been fine if you guys just did the flashback stuff because that's the stuff we want to know. We want to know what happened to him.
Yeah,
because we all thought he was dead. He wasn't dead. We want to know how he got to where he was up to the Mandalorian. That's all we cared about. And we would have been perfectly satisfied with that. But for them to constantly go back and forth is like, oh, why? Why? I know it's probably going to tie into whatever, but
yeah.
Ugh.
Well, that's the thing, because like the best part of the present stuff is Ming-Na's Fennec Shand. That's it. Mm-hmm. She's the best thing outside of the flashbacks. I mean, and look, like I said, I do love the Vice Mayor just because that dude is a worm and he's just hilarious to me. So he's sarcastic, and I kind of like those kind of characters that.
And plus, now you have Machete, so you know.
Yeah. So this episode is directed by Robert Rodriguez, which means you know who's going to show up, right?
He got to show
Machete, up. Danny Trejo. Danny Trejo is showing up.
So that's all like, ain't that?
Yeah. But here's the funny thing about it. I'm noticing there are a lot of cameos from a lot of different people. I'm like, Jon Favreau must be calling in favors because there are a lot of cameos. Like Jennifer Beal is the head of that club or whatever. They've had the vice mayor is the guy from Veep. He had Danny Trejo show up this episode. One of the guys from Community was there. One of the guys from the office from the Office Space was in this episode. I'm like, bro, y'all must be calling in a whole lot of favors.
Well, I don't think it's even calling in favors because who wouldn't want to be like, yeah, I was part of a Star Wars something or another. Like, who wouldn't want that? Because it's Star Wars.
I guess you can't throw that on your resume. Yeah, you can't say that.
You're like, oh yeah, I did a quick cameo in the Star Wars series. Yeah. Nothing big.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Now, my other problem with this episode, okay, I don't know about you, but the action sequences were weak.
The action sequences wasn't weak. Wasn't weak. Excuse me. Action sequence was just sad. It wasn't weak. It was sad. I was like, matter of fact, I feel as though they could have hopped off them bikes. He could have hopped out that little
and ran
faster. He was like, what? Matter of fact, not even ran faster. You could have did nice speed walk faster than what they was going. I was like, this is supposed to be a high speed chase. Where's the speed? Where's the high?
The killer was the week before. You had one of the best the train sequences with. I'm like, How
I
did
was
this happen?
I'm like, y'all going so slow, y'all going backwards. What is
Yeah.
this? This is supposed to be the action sequence. They were going so slow that the shops could have packed up their stuff and moved it as they saw them coming. Cause like, oh, they're coming. Hold on, let's move the stuff.
Well, that's the
All right,
other
go ahead.
thing. that's it's funny that you say that because there was like a couple people that they were showing in the frame for like, and they were still there, and they were still there, and they were still there, and you're like, dude, just move.
Just move. You don't even have to move fast. You can literally just walk across
Yeah,
and you
just
would have been
walk
out the
across.
way.
Why are you looking? Just walk across.
I'm like,
Like,
that was the slowest chase I have ever seen in my life.
that's why I was like, what is going on here? Like, did something? I know they didn't lose money,
No.
so that wasn't it. So
Yeah,
who?
like who greenlit that?
Yeah, who saw
Said,
that in
oh, that
post and
looks
said,
cool. They could have cut all that out.
yeah, like
They could
who
cut,
saw?
and they could have had him speed off at the beginning,
Yeah,
cut everything out in the middle, and
they
then
didn't have the
the
end.
lady jump off the top and catch him
Yeah,
at the end, and that would have been fine because
yeah,
that was a pointless sequence of minutes of that show that could have been cut out.
yeah, because that was about a good 7 minutes that could have been chopped.
Yeah,
Just
that
because
was
it would have been better if it was actually fast. It wasn't fast. It just wasn't fast. I'm like, dude.
no.
I'm like, y'all got this right last week. How y'all messed this up this
Like
week?
it wasn't fast. There wasn't enough pew 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 pew
Yeah,
pew happening. There was nothing. It was like they was doing the little indoor Mario Kart
yeah,
little cars that you can buy now, the Mario
yeah,
Kart circuit. That's
yeah,
what that looked like.
yeah. That sequence was just bad. The sequence with I can't say the character's name, but it's the Black Wookie.
Yeah.
That sequence was kind of like, okay, can this fight be better?
Yeah. I was
Like,
like,
why is this? This should not be looking like this. I have a feeling this fight should be way better than this.
yeah. I don't know who was the
Fight choreographer for this.
yeah.
Maybe they had to switch them over to Hawkeye, and that's why it was down that week. I don't know because they were filming side by side, so I'm like, maybe they had to switch them over to Hawkeye or something. I don't know.
I don't know. It was very slow and cumbersome and not very, you know, like it was okay when it was just him and Boba Fett, but then it got lame and stupid when it became 6 or 7 on him, and it wasn't like moving fast. It wasn't
Yeah.
like
They were just slowly like doing. I'm like, what the?
bloop ah
Yeah.
bloop
Hold on.
ah
Hold on. Oh snap! Like what
ah,
the?
like that's all it was. I was like,
dude, what the? So yeah.
the Wookiee should have been like, you know what? I'm gonna see myself out because this is just
This is ridiculous. Yeah.
This is pointless. I'm gonna head out. Y'all good? I'm gonna head out because
Look, man, when y'all figure out how y'all want to coordinate an attack on me, I'm finna go in the kitchen, grab something to eat. Y'all figure this
yeah,
out,
I'm gonna go
and
make
I'll
you
come
something
back in
sandwich.
5 minutes. Yeah.
Just shoot me a message. Let me know. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Because that was just stupid.
Yeah. And once again, we have the Hutt twins. They show up in the episode, and because they did send the Black Wookiee to kill Boba Fett, of course that did not work. So they wanted to pretty much apologize, and they brought him a gift, which is the baby Rancor, where we see Machete show up. um, I have a feeling that Rancor is going to figure into whatever is going to happen in the season finale.
I'm sure.
Because they go through this whole thing about how the Rancors are really actually kind. They're not really monsters like that. They really are just peaceful.
They're basically pit bulls.
Yeah,
They're
basically.
peaceful unless somebody trains them otherwise.
Yeah, and basically, I'm like, okay, so that thank you for letting me know that. I didn't care to know that, but thank you for letting me know that.
Like,
So,
okay.
Yeah, because I know this you ain't gonna bring in a Rancor just to have it not do nothing.
Yeah.
So
it's going to have to eat people.
Yeah,
it's going to have to tear people up.
Yeah,
like,
that's the whole point of bringing it on. So I know that's going to figure into the season finale. Also, the Black Wookiee, they let him go. That's going to figure into the season finale. But the main villains, it looks like, is going to be the Pike Syndicate, because at the end of the episode, basically they're setting up for a pretty much war. Basically,
Mm-hmm.
um, the thing that I did like about this episode, as far as the flashback is concerned, is that they pretty much implied that the Pikes were the ones that set up the Tusken Raiders to get killed, the camp that he was at. They kind of implied that. So this is going to be very interesting to see where this goes, because that is going to clearly play into what's going on going forward. But overall, I just thought this episode was just not that good.
No, it really wasn't.
It just really wasn't that good. Like I didn't really care for the youths on the streets on the streets. They
Yeah,
look out.
like,
They look like they
oh,
can
they
step
they
up.
don't have work and blah blah blah. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna give them a job.
being enforcers. Okay. First of all, nobody's afraid of them. Secondly,
The, the,
and
the
and
great
if they
white
fight,
hope saves the youth.
yeah,
Okay.
like okay, whatever, dude. So once again, I'm still trying to figure out, Boba, why did you want to be a kingpin? Because the only thing I can think now is basically he wanted to be a kingpin so he could take the fight to the Pikes. That's the only thing that makes sense at this
Yeah.
point. Because if you don't have
The
a
backing.
a backing, then it's pointless to go at the Pikes. It's just pointless because they are a galaxy-wide syndicate. So if you don't have some backup, you screwed. That's the only thing that makes sense at this point. But they still haven't said why he wants to do this, because clearly he's horrible at it.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly he is horrible at it. So I'm like, okay, all right. Hopefully episode 4 can kind of get back on track, because the action was bad this week. Once again, the flashback was the best part, but that chase, that fight with the Wookiee, no, no, like you could have chopped some of that fight down. That
Mm-hmm.
cartridge, that chase, like you said, just sort of beginning and the end, and we're good, because we just don't need to see it, because it brings nothing to the table. Like
Nope.
they would have came out better just doing a whole, because the episode's like 40 minutes. They would have came out better just doing 25 minutes of flashback, in my opinion. They just would have came out better doing that. But this is kind of the weak episode to me. This was a very weak episode. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, this review is gonna be really short, because there's not much to say about it. I mean, the only other good thing to come out of it was it finally seems to be moving somewhere with the Pikes. But other than that, we have to wait till next week. So final
Mm-hmm.
thoughts, Vicky?
How many more episodes we got?
I think we got 3. I think they said it was 6. Hold on, let me look, because I thought it was supposed to be 7 or 8, but apparently I may be wrong.
We're coming off the high of Hawkeye, and this is not giving what it should be giving.
Yeah, it really isn't. So let's see. Let's see what they say. 7 episodes. It's
Okay,
supposed
so
to
we
be
have
7.
4.
So we got 4 more to go.
I
So
don't
yeah.
know. They need to get it together, because
Yeah.
so far,
So far this has kind of been disappointing. Like the first 2 episodes were okay, and that was mainly because of the flashbacks.
yeah, it was like the flashbacks part of the episodes have been good,
Yeah.
and it's like, you know what? Let's just kill the beginning part, splice all the other episodes together of the flashback stuff to get us to whatever the modern day is, and then show the modern day fight with the Pikes and call it a day. That might be 2 episodes, and that be it.
Yeah. I'm hoping it picks up next week, because, like I said, this episode just like,
Ugh, we're trudging through it. We're trudging
yeah.
through it.
I'm like, okay, all right. When's the next Marvel show supposed to?
Exactly.
when What If season 2 supposed to drop?
Yeah.
So,
When is anything else but this?
yeah. Come on, man, don't do me like this, because I actually like. I think the problem is, like, the Mandalorian set that standard of, okay, the first 2 episodes they okay, but then everything it keeps getting better. This is going backwards. So Mandalorian gets better, this goes backwards. I can't. No, man, you're scaring me for Ahsoka and Obi-Wan and and some of the rest of y'all shows. You're kind of scaring me here a little
Mm-hmm.
bit. But we'll see. Like I said, we got 4 more episodes to go, so we'll see. Leave a comment. Let us know what you guys thought about the episode and the use of most Espa on the streets. I'm waiting for the step up version of that because that's what they look like. I thought they were gonna
Basically.
start street dancing so street dancing in the rain and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But anything you want to pimp out, Vicky,
Now,
before we get out of here?
as always, stop by Fangirl Review on Twitch and Fangirl Review on YouTube. Subscribe or follow. Show some love. That's it. Come on by.
All right, and we got the Winging It podcast tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So come by and check out that. I know I said that I was gonna have like some game, some live streams of a couple of indie games. I was having to wait because I got my OLED, so I'm probably gonna have to pick up those last 2 either today or sometime next week. So I do apologize for that, but I was re-downloading everything, so it takes a while to do all that. So
Yep.
I'll probably try to live stream something today, this afternoon, and right before the podcast. But you'll be able to see it today or tomorrow or something like that. But catch you guys next Sunday. Peace out. If you don't
Bye.
see us tonight, peace out.